Welcome to The Explainer. All right, let's talk about something that's a huge headache for anyone with a variable income, budgeting. All that traditional advice, it's built for a steady paycheck, which just doesn't work for a lot of us. Today, we're going to walk through a simple, powerful system that's actually designed for the reality of being a freelancer or gig worker. So, if you're a freelancer, a gig worker, or you run your own small business, this question, it probably hits pretty close to home, right? It feels like all the standard financial advice out there is made for a predictable 9 to 5 paycheck. It wasn't made for you. And it can leave you feeling like you're always just guessing and trying to catch up. And this right here is the heart of the problem. The myth is that you have this fixed, predictable paycheck. But your reality, it's all about variable income. The myth promises a predictable budget, but you're living in what feels like financial chaos. The advice promises steady savings, but you're stuck with stress and a whole lot of guesswork. It's simple, really. Standard budgets are built on trying to predict the future, but your life is all about adapting to change.
Okay, so what's the answer? Let's dive into a system that actually works. It's called the three-bucket system. And the beauty of it is that it doesn't try to cram your unpredictable income into some rigid, perfect box. Nope. Instead, it gives you a flexible way to handle the money that actually lands in your bank account.
This is the big fundamental shift in your thinking. You're going to stop trying to forecast and predict, and you're going to start allocating. So instead of stressing about what money might show up, you're going to focus on giving every single dollar that does show up a specific job to do. It's a small change in perspective, but man, it puts you back in the driver's seat like instantly.
So, how does it work? Well, the whole system is built on this really simple, elegant idea. We're going to sort every dollar that comes your way into one of three easy-to-understand categories. We're calling them buckets. And trust me, this is where the magic really starts to happen. All right, bucket number 1. This is your foundation. We call it survival money. It covers all the absolute must-pays. You know, the things that keep the lights on and food on the table, like your groceries, your mortgage, your utilities. This bucket gets filled first, every single time. No exceptions. It is your number one non-negotiable priority. Okay, moving on to bucket 2. Now, this is your secret weapon. It's the income smoothing buffer, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's your financial shock absorber. Think of it as this cushion that's designed specifically to soak up the crazy ups and downs of an irregular income, so you don't have to feel every single bump in the road.
So here's how it actually works to create that stability you're looking for. When you have a really great month and you've got extra cash, it goes right here into building up your buffer. Then, when you have a leaner month, you just pull from the buffer to make sure bucket 1 is full. Simple, right? The goal is to build this thing up until you have about 2 months' worth of that survival money stashed away. That is a seriously powerful safety net. And that brings us to bucket 3, and honestly, the biggest mindset shift in this whole system. Bucket 3 is for everything else. Vacations, investing, going out, having fun. But here's the key, and this is huge. This bucket is allowed to be 0. I'm going to say that again. It is okay for this bucket to be empty sometimes. A 0 balance here doesn't mean you failed. It means the system is working perfectly to protect your essentials. All right, so let's put this into practice. Let's see how this all comes together in a real monthly plan. We're going to walk through 2 totally different scenarios, a good month and a tough month, to see how these buckets handle those real-world income swings.
Okay, scenario 1, a good month. Let's say you bring in a total of $6,000. That's great. It's more than you need for your survival bucket. So what happens to that extra money? Well, the system tells you exactly what to do. First, job 1 is to fill bucket 1 completely. That covers all your fixed expenses, done. Then, the next chunk of cash, that $1,000, its job is to go build up your buffer in bucket 2. And finally, whatever is left over, that $670, that's what you've got for bucket 3. That's your fun money, your everything else money. See? No guesswork.
Okay, now let's flip the script. Scenario 2, a tough month. Things are a little bit tighter. Your income for the month is only $3,200. You know right away that's not going to cover all your fixed costs. Now this is the exact moment where traditional budgets just fall apart, and the stress kicks in.
But with this system, no panic. Your income, that $3,200, goes into bucket 1. You still need another $1,130 to cover everything. So where does it come from? You just pull it from your buffer in bucket 2. Problem solved. Bucket 3 is at 0 for the month, and that's totally okay. Your buffer did exactly what it was designed to do, and your essential bills are paid, no stress. The real magic of this system isn't just about the numbers. It's bigger than that. It's about how it completely changes your relationship with your money. It's designed to get you off that emotional roller coaster that an irregular income can put you on. And this quote right here, it just nails it. You're not failing at budgeting. You're just using your system as designed. It completely reframes what a tough month means. It's not a personal failure anymore. It's just a predictable event that your system was built to handle. You're not failing at all. You're actually succeeding at using your system. That's a huge, huge psychological shift.
And you know what the best part is? You can literally start this right now, this month. First, just figure out what your income smoothing buffer is today. Second, start tracking every bit of income as it comes in. Third, just pick a day, say the last Friday of the month, and run your very first allocation. And hey, here's a little pro tip. You can even use AI prompts to help you make spending decisions. The most important thing, though, is to just start. So when you boil it all down, it comes to this one simple but really profound idea. Your irregular income isn't a bug. It's a feature. It's not a problem you need to fix. So the key is to stop trying to force yourself to use tools that were designed for a totally different reality. It's time to choose a system that's actually built for you. So the only question left is, are you ready to use the right system?